going to be talking about our Sonia skincare. It is one of our...
From the back.
Yeah. Perfect. So...
Oh, I have it in a car too. Carry it with me.
Good. So...
All right. I carry it with me. No, I'm just joking. I'm not.
I have with me. I do, the moisturizer.
So, I'm 35 years old. And for about 34 years, I was pretty convinced that I have extremely dry skin. That was my diagnosis. I have extremely dry skin. I have to use heavy moisturizer. I have to use very heavy creams in order to condition that extremely dry skin that I have. And in the past 10 years, since I was in Canada, that became even worse. So I came to Canada with a relatively normal, like a bit drier skin, but I would say it wasn't normal. And then, first time that I showered, I don't know what happened. Like I had to start using lotions and moisturizers because my skin was so dry, whole body. My scalp got, and it still is so dry, and I get dandruff from it. I think its water is just different than what I'm coming from. So I just start battling extremely dry skin, especially in winter time when you go outside, all the wind. So around here, I would my skin would peel. It was so bad. I want to put foundation or makeup. It looked awful because as soon as you put some, you just can't condition it properly unless with heavy creams and things like that. So the problem with the heavy creams that I've been using is that around my nose area, that my pores got really, really large because you use a lot of oil infused lotions that kind of make your pores bigger, make it congested. And anyways, it was a battle I couldn't win. I'm like, well, I don't know what's going on. So about a year ago, I actually started learning about skin, and I learned that I actually have a combination skin because whoever has very dry skin, they don't have blackheads, they don't have large pores around their nose, it's generally dry and there's nothing going on. So if you have anything around that area, that means there's some oil and congestion there, which puts you in a category of a person with a combination skin. Never knew that. 34 years, I thought I know all about skincare. Used completely wrong regimen. So when I saw this, and I'm like, oh, well, I loved all the yellow products. I'm like, there's no way they made something better than what I'm already using. And jelly is my favorite product. I still use it every day. But then, once I read a little bit about this and the way they created it and what's in it, I figured out that this is actually the real thing that I need because it's for combination skin. And I was wondering, how can something work more for dry skin? And I'm that doesn't make any sense. But actually now that I'm using it, I'm oh, this makes complete sense. It works perfectly, it's great. And this is actually my package. It's pretty empty. The cleanser is newer, but all of it is empty. I used it all. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about every single one here. They go like this. So if you get a whole package like this, you get these 4 products in. You can get them individually, try them out, whatever you need. Generally before, I never actually liked using cleansers because they dried out my skin so much. I would just use the water. For some time I used coconut oil and baking soda because it was good. It's not good. Don't put coconut oil on your skin, it congests. Anyways, I made a lot of mistakes before I came here. So once I first tried this cleanser, I was amazed by it. So it's gel based. So this whole collection is gel based. And that maybe doesn't mean a lot to you, it's just fine, it's gel based. But it actually, what it means is that gel can spread out more evenly to your skin. It can reach out every skin cell, every little crack, every place better than lotions. Lotions generally just stick on top, but gels, because they're water-based, they just go into every single cell you have. So there you get better absorption, right? So then whatever is in this product or any of those, it will actually be able to penetrate it and work. Because many other products that are good and maybe have good ingredients, if they don't go into your skin and they just sit on top, well, what's good of them, right? So This cleanser, gel-based, it doesn't foam, so you won't get like a big foamy feeling when you do it. It's basically doesn't really smell like anything, it doesn't foam, it's just very gentle. You wash your face with this, you rinse it, and I noticed after a couple days, I was even able to just wash my face with a cleanser and not put anything on. That hasn't happened in years. There was no way I washed my face with something that I don't put anything on it, because it was, you would see, it was so dry, it was so tight. This one, it just conditions so nicely. First of all, because it has aloe in it, and then it has apple extract as well. So all these products just work so well with just removing the dead skin cells and removing the buildup and the makeup. And I don't know how it works, but my dry areas are not so dry, and then my nose, like my T-zone is, like my pores are less visible. And I definitely love this one. This is a newer bottle. I had to replenish it because I use it all. And so generally you would want to use this cleanser in the morning and in the evening as well, because it's so gentle, it won't strip your face. So if I can use it twice a day, anybody can use it. The second product, this little thing, it's called Illuminating Gel. And this one is so great because with this one, you would notice the brightness of your skin, the appearance of the pore is minimized, and then I actually saw a huge improvement right in that area where you have larger pores. Once you put this on, it kind of blurs them away, and it just gives it works like a primer, you could say, before makeup, right in that area. It blends very nicely. It contains, of course, aloe, some Asian botanicals too. So it really feeds your skin and works well in that area that is problematic, and usually shows your pores a lot. The third product, and this is my favorite one, is a gel mask. So whoever thought of this was a genius. Just put it on your face before you go to bed and it will work for you, and then when you wake up in the morning, it's amazing. This product is recommended to be used 2 to 3 times a week, and that's how I use it, and it works really well. So it's also gel-based, contains aloe, contains apple extract, but it also contains Korean bamboo, which actually brings all the antioxidants to your face while you're sleeping, and aloe just helps it penetrates deep and nourishes your skin, so it does all the work for you while you're sleeping. It really helps to balance the skin, so the dry areas gets hydrated, and then the oily areas get kind of better, like it reduces the oil appearance and everything. So when you wake up in the morning and you want to wash your face, you don't need a cleanser because there's a residue of this mask still on your face, and once you start washing it, you can feel it, and you just wash it off, and your skin will be glowing, like literally glowing without anything. Love it. Magical thing. Whoever thought of it was a genius to do so. So generally at my night thing is I use aloe vera jelly. I soak my face at night with it, but then a couple times a week I use gel mask instead. And the fourth thing in this little bag is moisturizer. So it looks like a lotion once you put it on, but once you apply it, it's gel-based. So it's very, very light. It doesn't leave any residue. It doesn't leave any sticky feeling. It's very, very light, but it moisturizes very good. So I used it this winter, and generally I wouldn't be able just to use moisturizer like this, the gel-based, without having at least seeing like a little dry spots on my face. It worked. It worked, and even now, a lot of times when I want to put a makeup, I would have to go with generally aloe moisturizing lotion because it's a bit richer. But I noticed after months of using, my skin got really better, and now I can even just wash my face and sometimes put a foundation on without anything. That was never the case before. It just doesn't look good because you see all the dry spots. So I think when you use the regimen like this for a couple months, and maybe you don't have to use all the products, but if you use at least 2, the improvement in the skin will show for sure. it will show for sure. So moisturizer, this one contains collagen as well, so it's also very good to be used like for people who are have mature skin like me. So I'm 35, so aging with collagen and everything. You can use this instead of anti-age products if you prefer, because first of all, it's less ingredients, it's more natural. Generally, anti-aging creams, they have retinol and other stuff, so you maybe want to keep your skin simple, like very natural. I would use definitely this for a prolonged period of time to reduce the appearance of wrinkles and everything else. So yeah, so this is, I generally get very excited about these products because they're so good. They're such a good quality. They're paraben free. They have amazing ingredients and they actually work. So when you purchase something, and I think for 4 products and for a set like this, and this set lasts quite a while because you need a little of it because it's gel based. So like one little tiny bit, it can work for your whole face and it will last you a long time. This gel cleanser, when you open it, it does come out quite fast because it's quite liquid. So just be careful because a lot of times I would open it, then you will just keep washing everything that you can with it. But it's really, really good and it's such a good quality. So try it out if you haven't. Does any of you use it?
I
You
do.
did? Do you like it?
Okay, so let me back you up.
Yes.
2 weeks ago,
Yes.
I said, okay, let me leave this alone for a bit.
Okay. Give it a break.
Yeah, so I ordered this set. And honestly speaking, I'm in love with this one.
Right? It's the best thing
If you
ever.
have a bad day, let's say you go out, you have a very bad day, and it shows on your skin, you see it at night. In the morning, you literally see a difference.
Yes. It's glowing
Yes,
skin.
you see a
Yes.
difference. So I've told myself, even if I'm going to go into Sonia,
Exactly.
I'm going to order this.
Yes.
Though I know that ordering the 4,
Yeah.
you save some money. I think you save about $15 as assistant supervisor, but I'm going to stick with this. In fact, it's going to beat the biocellular for me. No, I love it.
I prefer, yes, I also. I would, if I had to pick, I would pick that one over the biocellulose
It's
mask.
as remarkable as when you use EpiBlank. Yes. Just that EpiBlank lightens you more.
Mhm.
This would leave you somewhere,
Yes.
you look fresh.
It brightens your skin, but
You know?
not like, it's just very, very balanced. It just works.
Something like
It
that.
just fixes the spots when it needs fixing
And
and,
then-
whatever needs to
Yeah.
be done again. I don't know how,
But
I
it
don't
does
know,
it.
but it works.
So,
Yes.
I see a big difference.
Yes, you do love
I
it.
use it a lot.
You as a doctor,
yeah.
why is there an issue with women and not with men?
No, I don't understand your question.
Well, women seem to have an issue with their face skin, right?
Oh,
Why is the men don't
It's
have?
hormonal.
it's men. It's men.
Oh, there is.
Good question. Good
Good
question.
But I'm saying, if you're from 12, 14 and start using makeup,
Yeah.
you plug up all your pores.
That's true. Exactly. And if you're not cleaning
If
that
you stop
properly,
using makeup for 4 or 5 years, you would see an improvement
you would.
in humidification in your house.
Mhm.
Drinking water, because I've been to a lot of homes where humidity is extremely low
Mhm.
and it's very dry, right?
Let me add something else. Apart from that, apart from drinking water, eating fruits and vegetables, and sleeping properly, when a woman's cycle comes in, either close to her menses or when she's ovulating, the skin also breaks out. Yes, the skin starts to misbehave. Yeah. So, but the problem is, if you do the wrong things, if you don't drink properly, if you're not well hydrated, you're not sleeping, you're taking junk, it worsens the situation. So I think generally what is recommended is you do those things you should do right, and then use the right skincare. Because sometimes you're doing too much externally, but you're not doing enough inside. And you need to do both together, really. You spend too much money taking care of the outside if you don't do the basics, which is drink water. Alcohol dehydrates you. It dehydrates smoking. That's my extremely dry skin. And then smoking will rest your skin. So if you do the little things, you don't have to spend so much money, really. You don't, because really it's about you keep water inside, then you use something that keeps water from the outside. Yeah, something like that. But the hormones are not, they have their benefits, but they also do things that are not very nice. Yeah, but we have to have them.
Yeah, but
so-
when it comes to Sonia skincare, my husband
Oh, yeah,
is
well.
he's pro at it. When he's done, his is done, he takes mine. I hide it.
Aren't these guys amazing? All right. Thank you, ladies, so much. You guys are awesome.